Because let me tell you, the people that have what it is you want, they're not more disciplined than you. It's not that they're more consistent than you. It's not that they're better than you. It's that they are aligned with what it is that they want. And when you're aligned with what it is that you want, then the discipline comes automatically. The consistency comes automatically. Okay? And once you're aligned and all those things come automatically, hello everybody. Welcome to an episode of Everyday Magic with just yours truly. I wanted to hop on here today and talk a little bit about manifesting money, okay? How to make money flow to you like crazy, okay? And I have 6 steps to make that happen. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Okay, number 1 is you have to break the cycle of lack, okay? So what that means is that from our childhood, we are always programmed with certain beliefs about money. Meaning, sometimes we feel like I'm not the kind of person that money comes easily to. You've heard your parents say things like, money doesn't grow on trees, or we can't afford that, right? And so we start to believe that in our minds. We start to act as if that is actually true. And that tends to push money away from us instead of bringing it in to us. And so you really want to start taking a deep dive and looking at, where does that come from? So to tell a really quick story, I remember where that started for me. When I started doing that work, I recognized that my very first experience with money was watching my mom tell people that she didn't want to accept money for work she already did. She already did the work. And she was saying, no, that's okay. Don't pay me. And so I started to associate that I didn't want to accept money. And then the next wound that happened, because we all have these money wounds, something that makes us feel really bad about money. And what happened was, I remember I went over to the neighbor's house and they gave me $1. And I had remembered how my mom had said, no, don't pay me. And so I took the $1 and I tore it up right in front of them. And you could imagine their shock. Like, this little kid just tore up $1? Like, this little ungrateful thing. That was the feeling that I got. And so that stuck with me, that shame, right? Like, what did I do? Why is everybody so mad at me? And so then that just compounded and made it more difficult for me to understand that money is good, because now I had 2 negative experiences and it just kept on going like that. My family had a very hard time with money. We struggled. My parents got divorced. There was a time that all we had to eat in the house was rice and cheese, as my mom was a single mom and had a very hard time putting food on the table. And so, as you can see, as I started getting older, I started thinking like, I need to work harder for money because we can't afford this. I have to help out with money. I have to make more money. It's hard work. And that was a very hard thing to break. Okay, so you want to start looking at, where are those experiences in my past? Where are those things that I started having negative beliefs about money? Okay, number 2 is to start adopting the belief that we are creators, okay? I know I'm not going to get completely religious on y'all because I know everybody has different beliefs, but in the Bible, it says that we are made in the image of the Creator, right? So if we are made in the image of the Creator, that means that we are meant to create. We are meant to go forward, okay, and to create. So that means create anything, artwork. That means create money, okay? So start understanding that we are co-creators with the universe and that you, in fact, can create whatever it is that you want in this life. That simple shift alone starts to give you power, starts to give you choices, starts to make you believe that you can do whatever it is that you want, all right? Then step number 3 is to align, all right? You have to align with what it is that you truly want. One of the biggest problems that I find with my clients is that they don't know what they want. You have to know what it is that you want, okay? You have to be clear on it, because let me tell you, the people that have what it is you want, they're not more disciplined than you. It's not that they're more consistent than you. It's not that they're better than you. It's that they are aligned with what it is that they want. And when you're aligned with what it is that you want, then the discipline comes automatically. The consistency comes automatically, okay? And once you're aligned and all those things come automatically, then the world is your oyster. You can have whatever it is that you want, okay? All right, now step number 4 is gratitude, okay? It's being thankful, changing your vibration. All right, so you want to change your vibration into the form of gratitude, because gratitude for what's to come actually signals that you already have it in your body, right? It's like, this has already been given to me. It's something that's already there. And that starts to align, and you start to attract the things to you, okay? So number 5 is to stay in that state. I can't tell you how many people will be like, yeah, I'm grateful, I'm doing all the work, but then all of a sudden these thoughts start to creep into their head, and they actually don't believe that they're gonna create this thing, that they're actually grateful, right? So that's the difference between a belief and a thought, right? So we may think to ourselves, yeah, I got this, I'm gonna create, but then the minute a challenge starts to come along, then you're like, no, I don't got this. I have had failure in the past. This is not gonna work for me, okay? And once that happens to you, then you're going backwards, and now you're not aligned anymore with what it is that you want, okay? So that's step number 5. And step number 6 is understanding that you, my friend, are worthy. You are worthy of every single thing that it is that you want. Everything that you desire, everything that you dream about, it is for you, okay? So the law of attraction used to be called the law of love. And because this can be explained by, like, when you really like a movie, what do you say? You say, oh my God, I really love that movie. It was amazing. Or you say, oh, that meal was so delicious, right? And so you say, I love it, I love it, I love it. And then you share it, right? So that's the law of love. And then later it came into being that it was called the law of attraction. So the cool part about calling it the law of attraction is that the last part of that word is action. Action, okay? The law of attraction. So you can love something and that draws it to you, but then you have to take action on it. You can't push it away. Remember me with the dollar, tearing it up, right? I was pushing it away. So you have to take action towards what it is that you really want. All right, guys? So those are the steps. To recap, we have number 1, breaking the cycle of lack. Find out the rules that you have created in your mind that you're following, right? So follow the right rules, create the right mindset, get rid of those past wounds. Number 2, make sure that you understand that you are a creator, okay? You can have what it is that you want. Number 3, align. Number 4, feel gratitude, all right? It's already on the way. And number 5, stay in that state. Do not go back. Do not go back, all right? Stay in that state. And number 6, you are worthy, all right? So those are the 6 steps. Make sure that you know that you are worthy, and let's get that money, honey. Bye, guys. That's all for now.